Welcome to Inside Edge Cricket, your edge in the cricket world. It's your boy Cairo here, and we have a news video to cover regarding the Ashes. Mark Wood and Josh Hazlewood have been ruled out of the rest of the Ashes series. Matthew Fisher has been caught up into England's Ashes squad to replace the injured Mark Wood. We have Australia's third Test match squad has been released and announced, and Australia's captain Pat Cummins will be back for the Adelaide Test match. So we have a lot to cover, and let's start it. So Josh Hazlewood has been ruled out. We saw he got injured in a Sheffield Shields match before the Ashes as he was preparing, and he injured his hamstring. So Josh Hazlewood will not play a part in the entire Ashes series and will be joined by England fast bowler Mark Wood, who is set to return home to begin recovering from a knee injury. Hazlewood was initially ruled out of the first two tests in the series after sustaining a hamstring injury, like I said, in the Sheffield Shield match last month for New South Wales. The 34-year-old was targeting a potential return in Adelaide and had even started bowling again, only for Cricket Australia to confirm a low-grade Achilles issue. Still, Cricket Australia added in a statement that Hazlewood was expected to recommence running and bowling this week, which opened the door for the towering quick to return at some point in the series. Unfortunately for Hazlewood, the latest setback has proven enough to rule him out of the entire series, with head coach Andrew McDonald confirming the news on Tuesday morning. So McDonald told the reporters that Hazlewood will instead focus on preparing for the T20 World Cup, which starts in February. He said, "I don't think he will take part in the series now. It's a totally separate injury. It's somewhere lower in the calf to the Achilles region. I don't want it to get into the medical terms, but that will be something that we'll release with greater detail tomorrow when the squad is announced." But yeah, he will be out of the series, and his preparation will then shift towards the World Cup, which is an incredibly important campaign for us. Unfortunately, Josh won't be a part of the Ashes, and yeah, it's really flat for him. He's had a couple of setbacks that we didn't see coming, and we thought he would play a huge part in the series. So yes, it's a terrible news for Australia because Josh Hazlewood is a very, very, very good bowler, you know? He's reliable, he's consistent. He's always been compared to the legendary Glenn McGrath for his relentless line and length. So this is a huge loss for Australia to miss out on a guy like that. And this is why I say it's very, very disappointing for England fans to see the fight that they put up with the bat. Like Australia have missed Pat Cummins, they've missed Josh Hazlewood, and England has still not been able to resist or show any fight with the bat, which is very, very disappointing, I must say at the least. Very disappointing. So this is Josh Hazlewood's stats in Test cricket. He's played 76 Test matches. He has taken 295 Test wickets, and a brilliant average of only 24. He's a great bowler. He's taken 13 5-wicket hauls with best figures of 6 for 67 in an innings. He's an incredible bowler, you know. So Australia will definitely miss him, but we can see Australia can still get the job done without their main players, which just shows you about the Australian culture, the amount of players that they have in the reserves as well. And then we also got some news as well on Pat Cummins. So McDonald said that Cummins had come through a match-like workload in training last week and was ready to play. He said, "This is something we've done with Pat before with longish layoffs, where we put some time and effort into rebuilding his body. He simulated pretty much what a match will look like out there with multiple spells. So we feel as though he'll be as best prepared as can be." Mitchell Starc, who leads the bowling charts with 18 wickets in the first two Test matches, had battled the left side niggle at the Gabba but would be fit for Adelaide, McDonald confirmed. And also, he will be joined by Nathan Lyon, who will be returning to the Test side. You know, so they interviewed Nathan Lyon during the first day of the second game, and he said that he felt filthy about being left out of Adelaide. It was Brendan Doggett and Michael Nisa that will probably have to stay out of the team for Nathan Lyon to return back into the team. And there's also been news as well, potentially Scott Boland could be rested for the next Test match at Adelaide, as they would like him to play at Melbourne in the fourth Test match, which is his home ground. And there's a quick turnaround. So Scott Boland may be left out of that. So let's just go over Australia's squad that they picked for the third Test squad. Australia have a powerful squad, you know. We already know that they're going to be bolstered now by Pat Cummins, and which also will result in Steve Smith not captaining. He will not be captain. And I did hear him say at the post-match press conference a couple of days ago, he said that it's no problem. He will happily give back the captaincy to Pat Cummins. So this is Australia's third test squad. We've got Alex Carey, Travis Head, Josh Inglis, Usman Khawaja as well, who has returned into the squad. So they have him back into the squad. It may not be the end for Usman Khawaja because I've also heard news of him potentially slotting into the middle order if they keep Travis Head to open. So Khawaja may indeed play as they brought him back into the squad. Marnus Labuschagne, Stephen Smith, Jake Wotherell, Cameron Green, Michael Nisa, Bo Webster, Pat Cummins, Scott Boland, Brendan Doggett, Nathan Lyon, and Mitchell Stark. It's a very, very strong squad. And England have it all to do. Remember, all the pressure is on England. Australia already hold the hand. And they're now 2-0 up in the series, which England have to win the remaining 3 games. So they have it all to do. They have it all to do to come back and try to win that Ashes down under. The odds are all against England. But yeah, Pat Cummins, we already know what a phenomenal bowler. He's one of the greatest bowlers of this era, in my opinion. He's just a great bowler, Pat Cummins. And just look at his stats here. He's played 71 test matches, taken 309 wickets, average of 22 with 14 5-wicket hauls and 2 10-wicket hauls. He's just an incredible bowler, Pat Cummins. An incredible bowler. I love watching him bowl, the way he sets batsmen up. He has a great bouncer, relentless line and length, test batsman technique, and he's just a phenomenal bowler. So we've got some news as well on Mark Wood. Wood only returned to action in the first test in Perth after 8 months out following a knee surgery. He is now 35 years old and he suffered swelling in the same left knee after that first game. England were initially hopeful he could play a part in the remaining 3 tests, but the Juryman is now due to go home at the weekend. And he did talk about how gutted he is to miss the Ashes. He will continue to put in the work. And I think as well, it could be very, very close to Mark Wood's career being over. You know, he's not getting any younger. He's 35 years old now. He has a lot of history with injuries. He bowls very, very fast, which is very hard to maintain and keep your body strong to do that job, you know, and he's had a very, very good career. But we won't talk about retirement soon, but I think it could be the end for Mark Wood. And this is a big miss for England because we know that they wanted to hit Australia with pace, you know, have Arch and Wood in the team at the same time. But unfortunately, that cannot happen now. But England did call up Matthew Fisher into the squad to replace Mark Wood. And I just got some news on him. So he's 28 years old and he has been called up to replace Mark Wood. Fisher made his county cricket debut for Yorkshire at the age of 15 in 2013 in a 40-over match against Leicestershire, making him the youngest player to play a competitive county match. So that's just a great stat to have. He has only made 1 test appearance for England during the 2022 tour of West Indies, which ended in a 1-0 defeat. That was the last series that Joe Root was captaining before he resigned. The Yorkshire-born bowler played in the second test, finishing with figures of 1 for 67 of 25 overs in the first innings. He only bowled 2 overs in the second innings, with Captain Joe Root turning to his other options on a spin-friendly wicket. And his first-class career, he has taken 175 wickets in 56 matches at an average of 28 and has career best figures of 6 for 73. So yes, Matthew Fisher is a decent bowler. Not everyone talks about him, but they do need to call someone in to replace Mark Wood. He's already in Australia with the England Lions, so it makes sense. It's not a like-for-like replacement, as Matthew Fisher does not bowl express pace. But as we've seen by the Australians, you don't need express pace. We've seen Scott Boland, we've seen Brendan Doggett, you know, we've seen Michael Nisa. They've been very successful bowling a good line and length. It's not just all about pace. But yeah, that is the news that we have in this video, guys. Please tell me in the comment section, what do you guys think? How will Australia be? Are they more improved now with their captain Pat Cummins back into the squad? Do you think Usman Khawaja will be selected? And do you think Nathan Lyon will have a great performance in Adelaide after being left out? He is very angry about it. And also, guys, what do you think about Mark Wood's future in an England shirt? And how will Matthew Fisher fare in England's test playing 11 if he is selected, guys? Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.